Hey Cachers, Derek here, Baker 6 Clan. I am still out here on Sullivan's Island. I'm meeting up with BittenApple, and we're going to be talking about how to create different ciphers. So I'm sitting here at Post Tavern, and I'm with Gerald, and I want to learn more about creating ciphers. And tell me why you like ciphers and your mystery caches, and just tell me how you create these ciphers.
Okay. The idea with the library cipher was to find some way to tie in the location that we're at with geocaching. When I look at mystery puzzles, I'm usually trying to find some puzzle that's going to be challenging me in some new way. So I could find a million LPCs.
Right.
They're all pretty much the same. Yes, there's some creativity out there, but for the most part, if it says it's an LPC, you know what you're going to look for.
Right.
So I was kind of taking a twist on a library cache, so it's not a book, and a puzzle that really tied in with the theme, the location, where the final was, and try to bring it all together into one location. When I was looking at different kinds of ciphers, trying to learn myself how to solve them, I came across the Gold Bug cipher, which you'll just find listed on places that list different types of ciphers. And I was curious about what that was. And so once I actually read the story, found out that Poe wrote it, it's set on Sullivan's Island. At the time when I placed this, I was in the Charleston area anyway. From that whole thing came about. The cache container, the actual ammo can that's in the library, was when I hit 1,000 finds, my family bought me an ammo can, which I painted gold because you get a golden ammo can generally at 1,000 finds. So that is my 1,000 find gold ammo can.
That's cool. That's cool.
So then I tried to figure out where am I going to put this. That gold cans are going to stand out in a lot of places. So part of it was trying to find a place that a gold ammo can would fit, and tie a theme into it, and figure out a cipher. And as everything kind of was boiling in my head, I came up with this, the Gold Bug thing. Once I had the Gold Bug idea and knew it was going to be on Sullivan's Island, the most obvious place to put it is either at the library or at Poe's Tavern, where we're sitting right now. And I figured the library was going to be a good place because it's an interesting building. It's a library cache that's going to be a little bit of a trick because people think they know what it is, and it's not. So it was that kind of process putting it together.
I really like how you themed the whole thing together as one theme.
I mean, even the story is about finding something hidden on Sullivan's Island.
Right. I mean, that's just really interesting. I mean, if you just go to the cache page and don't really dive into it, you would never know that, and that's just really interesting. And it takes you to a really cool location, because there's so much history there here on Sullivan Island because of Fort Moultrie and everything. Now, you have a bunch of other different types of ciphers as well. Tell me, what is your process of creating the ciphers, and how maybe those that have never created a cipher or a mystery cache, how about some pointers on how they can create those as well?
Okay, so I know a lot of people like to put out a geocache that can be challenging to find. There are those hiders out there. Generally, when I'm trying to put out something, I'm trying to make it solvable, and it's something that people can do. The thing that originally drew me to puzzle caches, and ciphers specifically, was that it gives me something to solve while it's raining outside and I can't go out and geocache. So I solve ciphers everywhere around the world. I've solved ciphers in the UK that I'm never going to get to, but I know where the final is.
So if you're in the UK and you're having a problem with it, look for BittenApple. He might have your clue for you.
That's right. There's all kinds of series of caches in different areas that are a process of teaching people how to solve puzzles. I've done just about all of them. So it's just a natural instinct to me to try to find ciphers and solve as many as I can. Once you start doing that, then your brain automatically kind of fits into the, well, how do I piece things together? So I have a series. I'm going to spoil another series here. I have a series.
We don't have to completely spoil it, but
I won't.
Maybe a little bit of hint to it.
I have a series of puzzle caches located in the state of South Carolina. I put them out specifically because I put out a challenge in South Carolina to find a mystery cache in every county in the state. And there were many counties that did not have any mystery caches at all. So I had to put them out. So I was trying to make a simple puzzle cache in a bunch of different counties. I think I put out half the state.
Wow.
Like 20 something counties to try to get enough puzzles out there to make my challenge be doable. So how do I come up with a simple puzzle that I can repeat 20 times?
20 times, right.
So here's the hint. Not always does a puzzle cache that looks like a cipher actually mean it's a cipher.
Oh, okay, so now explain, not just that, I don't want you to spoil it, but we got a hint on that, but what about other ciphers? So what is your complete process of creating a different cipher maybe?
So I think a lot of people will start with the puzzle and work toward the final.
Okay.
I like to do it the other way. I like to start with where I think I'm going to be able to put it, and see if there's something there that I can tie into what the puzzle might be. So for example, there's such a thing as a rail cipher. So if I can find a rail fence or something along those lines, and maybe I could tie that into this rail cipher, that might be a good way to go. I've also, in the past, I've considered, but I've never actually put out, some military ciphers, historic military ciphers.
Right. Okay.
And so you could do it as a series of maybe puzzles that lead your defense of Charleston or the attack on Washington D.C. by the British in the War of 1812 or something along those lines.
I was just thinking maybe like the Wind Talkers.
Right. Yeah.
Something like that. You can use one of their ciphers or their codes to create something to get you a different location and use the Wind Talker code. And that would just be there's another idea for you. I haven't done any of these. I haven't created any mysteries myself, and I'm just looking for some different pointers, and so to share these pointers with you out there as well.
Yeah, so you can find ciphers that have been developed throughout history just by Googling.
Right.
But what I try to do is find where I want to put them first, and then see if I can tie the puzzle into the location.
Okay, and that makes sense because sometimes you find the location, you just want to get them there, and you want to get an interesting place how to get there. That is just really cool. Gerald, I just appreciate giving us these pointers on these, how to create these ciphers and your process, because you have a ton of them all over the South Carolina, and I know Jesse at Geocache Talk, you like challenges. I don't know if you've done the mystery challenge here, but hey, there's another challenge for you, and maybe something that you might want to add to your book later. So that is just really cool. Hey, if this is the first time you ever watched Behind the Cache, click that subscribe button right over here. Give me a thumbs up. Put a comment down below. Let me know what is the coolest cipher that you've ever done. All right, I'll catch you here next time, right here on Behind the Cache.